Hello, everyone. I'm very pleased, thrilled, and honored to be speaking with my dear grand aunt, Mrs. Seetha Narayanan. While she's my grand aunt, she's also very proficient in music, a great music teacher, having won the Bharat Ratna Dr. M.S. Subbulakshmi Sangeetha Pracharya Award by Sri Shanmukhananda Fine Arts and Sangeetha Sabha in Mumbai in 2021, the Sangeetha Kala Acharya, a prestigious award by world-renowned music institution, Music Academy, Madras in 2020, and several such others. We are also fortunate today that she can speak both in English and in Hindi. तो आप हमें अपने जमशेदपुर, इफ यू कैन टेल अस अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट योर लाइफ, हाउ म्यूजिक एंटर्ड योर लाइफ, हाउ म्यूजिक हैज शेप्ड यू, if you could speak briefly about it.
Namaste, fellow Jamshedpurians. Very nice to meet you all today. I was born and brought up in Jamshedpur in 1941. And it was a great time I had in Jamshedpur. So, बहुत अच्छा लगता था, वहीं स्कूलिंग किया, वहीं फ्रेंड्स हैं और बहुत my mother says I started singing when I was 3 years old. So then the very good teacher from South India came and settled down. And since my mother's friends, their children were going to that school, I was also sent there. It was my good fortune. He was a product of Swaditirna Music Academy, one of the very early music institutions in India. तो फिर तब से हमारा गाने का क्लासेस शुरू हुआ और सब लाइक माइंडेड पीपल थे, इसलिए बहुत अच्छा लगा सबके साथ गाना क्लास जाना, बाहर जाना, ये सब अच्छा लगता था.
थैंक यू. और जैसे आप म्यूजिक सीखते गए बिकॉज आप जमशेदपुर में थी और उसके अलावा भी भारत में काफी घूमी हुई है, उससे आपके म्यूजिक में क्या क्या इफेक्ट हुआ? हिंदी सीखना, भजन, उसके बारे में आप कुछ बता सकते हैं और कैसे अपॉर्चुनिटीज आपको जमशेदपुर में मिले?
जमशेदपुर में जन्म हुआ था और जहाँ हम लोग रहते थे वहाँ गुजराती थे. स्कूल में उड़िया सेक्शन, बंगाली सेक्शन, हिंदी सेक्शन. मीडियम ऑफ टीचिंग वाज हिंदी. लेकिन वहाँ एक इतना कॉस्मोपॉलिटन शहर है जमशेदपुर, किसको की वजह से, दैट आई हैड लॉट ऑफ सिख गर्ल्स, गुजराती गर्ल्स फॉर फ्रेंड्स. इसलिए many languages I was, some of them I could speak well, many language I was able to understand. फिर हम लोगों के सिलेबस में मीरा, तुलसीदास, कबीरदास, इन लोगों के भजन हुआ करते थे. स्कूल में भी म्यूजिक लेसन्स कंपलसरी था. तो इन सबों की वजह से जो एक्सपीरियंस था वो बहुत वाइड और बहुत डीप था. म्यूजिक हो या मने और लोगों की जो चाल चलन है, लोगों के मने जो कल्चर है उनका, वो सब भी सीखने को मिला. नेचुरली उसी में पलना बढ़ना हुआ, इसलिए होली भी मनाते थे, राखी भी मनाते थे, दिवाली भी मनाते थे, और हम लोग के जो साउथ इंडियन फेस्टिवल होते हैं लाइक तिरुवादिरै एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स आल्सो वी वर सेलिब्रेटिंग. तो एक ऐने में जिंदगी में कोई बंधन नहीं था हमारे. हमें बहुत कुछ सीखने का मौका बहुत अच्छे चला.
थैंक यू. आप हमें जमशेदपुर में स्कूल्स के कुछ अपने फेवरेट मेमोरीज बता सकती हैं? जैसे आप बता रही थी सरस्वती पूजा, या वो जैसे आप नेहरू जी से कैसे मिले, क्या आप ये अपने बाकी जमशेदपुरियंस के साथ शेयर करना चाहेंगी?
स्कूल में वैसे पहले तो ये बता देती हूँ कि जब बहुत सारे साउथ इंडियंस फ्रॉम केरला और तमिलनाडु वहाँ से माइग्रेट कर गए जमशेदपुर, बिकॉज जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज बहुत अच्छे थे. और जमशेदपुर में इतने ज़्यादा स्कूल थे, कदमा स्कूल, सिद्धगोरा, अग्रिको, हर जगह से स्कूल हुआ करते थे. तो जब स्कूल में हम लोग पढ़ते थे तब हर साल वहाँ एक हफ्ता एजुकेशन वीक हुआ करता था. तो उसमें सब स्कूलों का इंटर स्कूल कॉम्पिटिशन्स होते थे और उसमें डिबेट्स होते थे, रिसिटेशंस होते थे, म्यूजिक कंपटीशन होते थे. तो इन सब के लिए प्रिपेयर करना और एक हैप्पी हेल्थी कंपटीशन हुआ करता था. तो तैयारी करना, ये सब बहुत ही मज़ा आता था, बहुत ही अच्छा लगता था. और हर विंटर में पिकनिक हुआ करता था. तो उसमें हम लोग सब ट्रक में हम लोगों को लाद दिया जाता था जब we used to get loaded in trucks and बगाकुदर लेक हुआ था जो अभी जुबली पार्क बन गया है, तो वहाँ हमारे हम लोगों की पिकनिक हुआ करती थी। फिर स्कूल में बच्चों के साथ मिलने जुलने का, घुलने मिलने का बड़ा अच्छा अपॉर्चुनिटीज हुआ करता था। बसंत पंचमी में सरस्वती पूजा हुआ करती थी। हर एक बच्चे से कह दिया जाता था कि एक पोटैटो, एक प्याज, एक गाजर ये सब लेके आने के लिए, और हम ही लोग सब काट कूट के देते थे। और पूजा के बाद जब भोग लगता था तो हम लोग को पत्तल बिछा के अच्छी तरह से खाना खिलाते थे। बहुत मजा आता था। बहुत जगह देखे हैं हम। जमशेदपुर के बाहर जब जाना हुआ तो बड़े बड़े बम्बई में रहना पड़ा था, ट्रांसफर बहुत जगह में हुआ, फिर यूएस, चाइना, बहुत जगह सब गए हैं। लेकिन जमशेदपुर में रहने का, उसके बारे में सोचने का मजा ही कुछ और है।
Can you tell us about the time you met Nehru ji and just describe the experience, because that's something that only people in those times would have
जब
even had the opportunity.
चौथी में मैं पढ़ती थी तो उस वक्त जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी का जमशेदपुर आना हुआ। तो हम सब जानते हैं ना, नेहरू जी वॉज वेरी वेल नोन फॉर हिज लव फॉर चिल्ड्रन। ही वॉज एड्रेस्ड एज चाचा नेहरू, और आज भी उनका जन्मदिन तो चिल्ड्रंस डे के नाम से मनाया जाता है। सो व्हेन ही केम, हमारे स्कूल से हमें चुना गया और एक बच्चा भी चुन लिया गया था। तो हम लोगों को वहाँ लेके गए और एक कमरे में सारे स्कूल से छोटे छोटे बच्चे आए थे। फिर जब नेहरू जी आए तो हम लोग भी बहुत एक्साइटेड थे कि नेहरू इज कमिंग, नेहरू इज कमिंग। फिर जब नेहरू जी आए तो उन्होंने जनरली ऐसा सवाल पूछा। एक सवाल मेरे को याद है, ही आस्क्ड व्हाई इज पंजाब नोन एज पंजाब। सो देन everyone shouted, everyone knew the answer, so everyone shouted together because 5 नदियों से बना है, तो कैन यू नेम द रिवर्स। सबने झेलम, रवि, चेनाब, सतलज, सब एकदम इतना बहुत हो हल्ला हो गया आंसर में। फिर मिठाइयाँ वगैरह दी गई। हमें बहुत बहुत अच्छा लगा कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर से मिले हैं, वो तो कभी भूल नहीं सकते हैं। ऐसा एक आध अकेशन। और एक अकेशन है 3 मार्च का, फाउंडर्स डे। हम लोग बहुत उसका रास्ता देखते थे, कैनवास शू सब खूब चमकाते थे, इस्त्री उस्त्री लगाते थे वाइट यूनिफॉर्म में, और सुबह 4 साढ़े 4 से पहले अंधेरे में we used to go to our schools and from there we used to march। एक प्रोसेशन जैसा मार्च करके जाते थे, और मेन गेट में जे.एन. टाटा की बहुत बड़ी एक मूर्ति, स्टैचू हुआ करती थी, उसकी परिक्रमा करते थे। तो उसके साथ साथ एकदम इतने एक्साइटेड थे। दैट इज वन ग्रेट थिंग अबाउट चाइल्डहुड, है ना, बचपन में छोटी छोटी चीज़ों में भी बहुत मज़ा आता है। तो उसमें हम लोग सब खुले मुक्त गले से गाते थे, टाटा तेरी जय हो सदा, जंगल में मंगल मना दिया। ये गा के 2 ही लाइन सबको आता था, तो उसी को बार बार गा के चलते थे। और सारे स्कूल भी आते थे। फिर स्कूल वापस जाते थे, बहुत बड़े बड़े बक्से में 3-4 तरह की मिठाइयाँ और सेवरीज दिए जाते थे। बहुत बहुत अच्छा लगता था। तीसरा मार्च हुआ कि नहीं, चौथे मार्च से we used to wait for the next 3rd March.
Can you tell us about some of your musical performances or any memories that you have with Jamshedpur and music, which makes you feel very proud or very happy and brings a smile to your face as you think about it? Can you share some such memories with us?
In 1952, there was a performance arranged by M.S. Subbulakshmi. For Jamshedpurians, it was a great event because we never used to have many Carnatic musicians coming and performing. Of course, there were Milani, where we used to see Bengali performances, Andhra Club, etc. But for MS coming, a new stage was erected, everything was done in a very grand scale. And the performance was to start around 6 o'clock. So by 5:30, they were, the audio system, that was all tested. So they wanted someone to sing there. So I was the person sitting there. I was asked to come on the stage and sing. So I sang one song. Kripaya palaya Shaure. It's a Swadhitirnal composition in Sanskrit in Rag Charukeshi. So I sang the whole song, and for me it was a great event because I sang before MS, and it was a very crowded hall. So many people were there, so it was a wonderful experience. I was very young then, 1952. I was just 11 years old, so it was a great event.
Huh?
I gave there was a ship, called Floating Semester that came from US. Many students, about 1,000 people were there, students, professors from many colleges and universities, and staff to take care of them, like cooks, and medical professionals. Earlier, I had given a lecture demonstration in Seattle University. So they were very impressed. So they wanted me to give a similar performance on board the ship. So it was also a great experience. The ship came, and me with my violin and mridangam accompaniment, and I took two students and demonstrated how Carnatic music is taught. And they were even Tanpura was new to them those days. This happened about 20 years back. So it was a very great experience.
What would be your advice to not just youngsters, anybody who's interested or maybe even remotely interested, very interested in music as a student, as a teacher? You've been a student for a long time, you've been a teacher for a very long time. So, what would be your advice to some of the students or people who are
For
interested in music?
people who want to learn music, there should, first of all, there should be a good rapport between the teacher and the student, and that teaching learning should be a systematic experience, and they should work hard, practice hard. And because I don't know much about Hindustani music, but Carnatic music I know that there lot of facets are there, lot of things like Geetam, Varnam. So everything must be learned properly. They should learn how to do notation. They should know how to keep to their pitch, and to practice the good breathing exercises. And then it takes a long time. It is not just, something which you can learn today and sing tomorrow. So, and they should also hear good music. That is my advice to people who are aspiring to be musicians.
Many people love your bhajans, and I know of several senior musicians who also come to you to learn bhajans. So, can you sing us something of your choice and also explain it a little bit so that we understand what the song is about and some of the intricacies or nuances of the song that you would want for us to appreciate? If you can just point that out to us as well.
Uh, I can present Goswami Tulsi Das Bhajan. This was a family favorite, I should say. Everyone in our family liked this. So, this my elder sister learned this song directly from MS Subbulakshmi. In this song, Tulsi Das, this is, I think, from Ramcharitmanas, where he describes a scene when Ram, Lakshman, and Sita ji, they were during their exile when they were walking through a forest, and the people who dwell in those forests came to meet them, and they were very curious. So they were asking Rama, "Who are you? Where are you coming from? You don't look like one of us." Then Rama answers that there is a great place called Ayodhya in the northern areas, and I am the son of the great king Chakravarti Dasharatha. Is my younger brother Lakshman and Sita. According to my mother's Kaikeyi's wishes, we are here in the forest for 14 years. Then the women from that crowd asked Sita, "Who is your husband and who is your brother-in-law?" Sita smiles very sweetly and tells them that the dark one is my husband, and the one who is fair is my husband's younger brother, my Devarji. And Tulsi Das imagines this scene so well, and he says, "Meru manahar liyo Janaki Ramanava." This is set in Chinchoti Raga. कहाँ के पथिक कहाँ किन है गमनवा, कहाँ के पथिक कहाँ किन है गमनवा। कौन गाँव कौन धाम, कौन गाँव कौन धाम के वासी नाम के कारण तुम, के कारण तुम तजो है भवनवा, के कारण तुम तजो है भवनवा। कहाँ के पथिक उत्तर दिशि एक नगरी अयोध्या, उत्तर दिशि एक नगरी अयोध्या। राजा दशरथ तहाँ, राजा दशरथ तहाँ पायो है भवनवा, राजा दशरथ तहाँ पायो है भवनवा। उन्हीं के हम दो कुंवरवा, उन्हीं के हम दो कुंवरवा। माता के वचन सुनी, माता के वचन सुनी तजो है भवनवा। कहाँ के पथिक गाँव वधू वे पूछे हूँ सिया से, गाँव वधू वे पूछे हूँ सिया से। कौन से सुप्रीतम, कौन से सुप्रीतम को है देवरवा। सिया मुस्काई, सिया मुस्काई, सिया मुस्काई बोली मृदुबानी। सांवरे सुप्रीतम, सांवरे सुप्रीतम गोरे देवरवा। सांवरे सुप्रीतम गोरे देवरवा। कहाँ के पथिक तुलसीदास प्रभु आस शरणन की, तुलसीदास प्रभु आस शरणन की। मेरो मन हर लियो, मेरो मन हर लियो जानकी रमणवा, जानकी रमणवा, जानकी रमणवा।
In the lives of many South Indians, especially of the 1940s, the evacuation is a story I've only heard from my grandparents. Would you want to share what that was? Do you have memories of even people recollecting that to you? When and why did that happen? If you can share some experiences.
Between 40 and 45, world went through a lot of turmoils. It was the time of Second World War. And Jamshedpur, because of Tata Iron and Steel Company, the management was very apprehensive that it could be a target for bombing. So they decided to send away women and children so that they don't have to worry about them. So this happened sometime in 42, I don't know, because I was a 1-year-old baby at that time. So what I'm telling you now is what I heard from my mother and others discussing that. It was quite a topic for a few years, I should say. So all the women and children were sent away to their native places. So my mother, my eldest brother stayed back. Me and my two elder sisters, we were taken to Palghat. So it was advantageous because my sisters were able to learn Malayalam. They were put in schools there, so they are now able to read and write Malayalam. I was a baby, so I didn't understand the impact of all this. But this was then after 2 or 3 years, everyone came back. So this was about the evacuation. Those days जहाँ जहाँ हमने पढ़ाई की है, बहुत अच्छे म्यूजिक मास्टर विद तबला एंड हारमोनियम, they used to take once a week class with a nice Hindustani classical music, bhajans, etc. And during education week, which was celebrated once a year, all the schools used to, inter-school competitions, recitation, painting, fancy dress, music competition. So cultural teaching about our culture, introducing us to dance, music, painting, that was also done at the very lower level in the school. We never realized, but we had very good grounding in all those things also. Now we had a system, and I was doing my 7th, 8th, and 9th in Mrs. D.M. Madden Girls High School. Next to us was ours was Mr. D.M. Madden Girls High School. Next door was Mrs. KMPM Boys High School. So we were, the practice is to have prayer meeting every morning, assembly. And each class was given 1 week. So we used to sing a prayer song, 3 or 4 girls. And then some verse or something from Gita or something would be read out. So there were only 2 songs. And they were constantly being repeated. And कभी-कभी बहुत बेसुरा भी होता था. तो मेरे को ये अच्छा नहीं लगा. I was feeling very uncomfortable. So I decided I should change this scenario. So I took 4 or 5 girls who knew about music and were good singers. We planned to change this. तो अपने पास तो कोई गाना नहीं था. So I wrote a song, taught them. And we kept it, hush, hush. We didn't want others to know about it. We want to surprise everyone. So it came out very well. When we sang the new song, there was a big halchal in the school. Wow, naya gana gaya, it's very nice. So I wrote a song. So I would like to sing a few lines of that song. हे भगवान करुणागार, हम दीन जनों की सुनो पुकार. हे भगवान करुणागार, हम दीन जनों की सुनो पुकार. हम हैं तेरे शरणार्थी, हम अज्ञानी विनयी विद्यार्थी. इस जीवन की यात्रा में तुम बनो हमारे सहयात्री. सत्य धर्म में रहें तैयार, हम दीन जनों की सुनो पुकार. हे भगवान. This is one half of the song. So there is another anecdote about these songs. After Effect, I should call it. Where we were staying in Jamshedpur, it was a gully with 9 houses. 3 of us were Tamil-speaking South Indians. Rest were Gujarati gentlemen and Gujarati families. They had a giant temple in the same gully. And when all this happened in my school, 2 Munis, saints, Jain saints were visiting them, and they were staying in the Jain Mandir. Sushil Muni and Shanti Muni, if I remember right. So every evening there used to be discourse by them. And before that, someone used to sing either a prayer song or some bhajans. So our neighbors decided that I should be given a chance. So I was taken to sing there one evening. I was, very happy about my own creation and the success of our prayer song in school. So I was so excited that the minute I got the chance, I sang the song. After finished the song, the two munis called me and asked me, where did I learn this song from? Who has written this song? So I said that it's my own song, I have written it. So they were not able to believe it. I was repeatedly questioned about that. I got scared. I thought I have done some mistake, then I am going to get a good scolding. But actually, they were very surprised because then they explained that they believed me, and then I gave them the reason why I wrote the song about our prayer assemblies and all that. Then they told the gathering there that it is very, very strange that 11-year-old girl should talk about total surrender to God and praying God to God that He should be their co-passenger in the journey of this life. They didn't expect this, and actually they changed the topic of their discourse that evening. So that is one unforgettable experience I would like to mention here. For 15 to 16 years of my life, there was hardly any change. Same house, same friends, same schools, same Sammelini where we used to attend functions, small pleasures, so the change was not as it is today. Today the change is, it's a galloping things. What is fresh and new today is obsolete tomorrow. That kind of change was not there those days, Same friends, same families. So it was somehow we were very happy. We didn't actually require some excitement or a change. But after a few years, I stayed in Bombay, then I shifted to Madras, visited US many times. Then when I went back, so I found the gully, which was what you call life nadi of our life, that prana rekha we can call it. Lot of changes, people have changed. Next generation was living, and because of the advent of television, everywhere malls. One is happy about the progress. Malls were there. There were a lot many youngsters and lot of encouragement for them to do well in sports. There were quite a few celebrities also among them, and I could feel that everywhere things have changed. People who live there continuously probably didn't feel that. But after a gap of 10 years, 15 years, when I went, occasionally I used to go back. But there was a change for the better, I should say. A lot more schools were there because of, and as I said, television, a lot of quiz programs and this. The children were also taking a lot of interest. Previously, Jamshedpur, though wonderful place to live, it was not well connected with other big cities. So this change in IT technology probably did a lot to Jamshedpur. Bagakudar Lake, our picnic spot was not there. It had become Jubilee Park. And it's a lot of new buildings, new faces. So it was good to see that. Felt happy that things are improving. People are, their horizons were expanding. People were going out of Jamshedpur for studies and out of India for higher studies. Those were very heartening to note. What I am today, I owe it to Jamshedpur because my first music teacher only gave me wonderful grounding in Carnatic music, and that helped me even after a gap of 13 years in between to go back to the world of music, and I am here where I am today. So my suggestion to the younger generation is those who are interested in music, want to learn music, who are aspiring to become musicians, should learn and work hard, because my own experience is there is no shortcut to hard work. So we have to work hard, give our voice a chance to develop, do some breathing exercises, practices, And there are many facets to our Indian music, be it Carnatic music or Hindustani music. Lot of genres. So we have to get into all those, get good teacher, learn sincerely, practice, work hard for it. And they must also hear good music. If they are Hindustani musicians or Carnatic musicians, these days, lot of facilities are there. Thanks to the cell phones and television, we have access to YouTube. We have access to so many things, vintage music, etc. We should take full advantage of that. Devote lot of time. Whatever we are doing to develop our music, do it with lot of sincerity and commitment. And I want to thank the Jampot Adda for giving me the great opportunity. I loved talking to you. I am very happy and very thankful to you.